The Seattle Seahawks travel to Carolina to defeat the Carolina Panthers 30-24 here on their final road game of the season, moving their record to 11-3 while the Panthers fall to 5-9. This game, my goodness gracious, I can't even tell you how crazy of an ending this football game was. Seattle dominated throughout the whole entire game, all the way up until the point they decide let's consider another 6-point one-possession victory. This game should have been a blowout. And for some reason, Seattle just let the Panthers right back into this football game. They took their foot off the gas pedal, which allowed the Carolina Panthers to make this game look somewhat reasonable. But Seattle dominated the whole entire football game. They pick up the victory here. Russell Wilson had a great game. I remember saying the key to the game yesterday was getting 100 yards to Tyler Lockett with that Russell Wilson connection, and that is exactly what happened. Tyler Lockett goes off for 8 receptions, 120 yards, and a touchdown reception. Josh Gordon made a terrific play, 58-yard reception. That was absolutely beautiful. His only catch of the day. On the Carolina side of the football field, why did he lose this football game? Well, Kyle Allen threw 3 interceptions. That's not going to win you any football games, at least not often, unless you're going to have a miracle, as Russell Wilson did several years ago with a 4-interception game and ended up winning against the Packers. But this game was just all Seattle throughout until the final fourth quarter when the Carolina Panthers decided to have some boost of energy and just ended up dominating that quarter. But thankfully, Seattle dominated the first 3 quarters, so it allowed them to pick up the victory here today. It was a good game to watch. I think Seattle ultimately, like I said, they dominated the whole game. It was crazy. They were up 30-10 and it ended up being 30-24. And I think the reason why this happened is the defense just let off. They didn't really tighten up much on defense in that last quarter. It just seemed like Seattle was like, hey, we got this victory. It's our game. We've won. And they just kind of just let off the gas. But at the end of the day, Seattle did what they needed to do to win the football game. They moved to 11-3 on the year. They really do control their own destiny. If the Rams do lose the football game, they have clinched playoff berth. I think they're in a good spot regardless if the Rams win or lose. They will be back at home to face the Cardinals next week, and then the San Francisco 49ers to finish out their season. It was a good game to watch. I think overall the positives of this game was the first 3 drives. Seattle scored a touchdown on every single drive. After that, it was pretty abysmal. It wasn't much going on for the Seahawks offense. They did get one final drive in the fourth quarter that ended up in a touchdown with Chris Carson. But overall, it just seemed like after that first half, they just really didn't show much prowess in wanting to win this football game. But they did enough in the first half to really win this football game, and they ended up doing so. I think there's a lot of positives to take it away. I wasn't sure of that pass that Josh Gordon made, but at the end of the day, it was what he was assigned to do. Ended up in an interception. This game was overall one that Seattle can look back and say, hey, we did some things right. They obviously bounced back from a huge loss last week against the Rams, getting dominated in prime time. This week they bounced back with a big one. You know, if you ignore the final fourth quarter, this team really dominated the whole entire football game. I think that's something we have to look at as Seahawks fans, but for some reason this team just loves to bring teams back in football games when they have no chance whatsoever. I am sorry for my rambling here and sounding very off. I'm very sick right now, as you can tell. My voice is much deeper than it needs to be. But I am definitely glad to watch this game. Glad to see Seattle pick up a victory here as they are bettering their chances for the rest of the season. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's not a lot to review from this game other than that Seahawks did what they needed to do. They picked up a victory. Christian McCaffrey, I mean, he balled out, and I said that the key for the Carolina Panthers, if they were going to win this game, was getting Christian McCaffrey the ball and getting him the ball often. They did do that, but unfortunately the 3 interceptions really was the X factor for Seattle today in picking up a victory. 2 of those interceptions went to KJ Wright, and 1 interception went to Bobby Wagner. It was great to see that. The linebackers doing their thing. Hopefully Bobby Wagner is going to be healthy. He definitely was hurt on that play. I don't know if you guys noticed that in the fourth quarter. He was injured and down for a while. He did walk off on his own power, so I think he's going to be all right. But hopefully he is good to go for the rest of the season, as he is huge for the Seahawks. Once again, thank you for watching this video, and tune in to another Seattle Seahawks review. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, a comment, and possibly subscribe if you are new to this channel. I hope you're able to bear this commentary, as I was barely able to make it. But I want to thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful and blessed week, and I shall see you in the next one.